स्टूडेंट्स, आपका YouTube चैनल शंकर कोचिंग में स्वागत है। मैं प्रोफेसर प्रेम शंकर आज 8th क्लास का मैथ्स का पहला चैप्टर रेशनल नंबर पढ़ाने जा रहा हूं। इस वीडियो को आप अंत तक देखिए। अगर आपको कोई डाउट हो तो उसे कमेंट बॉक्स में डालिए तथा अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आता है तो आप इसे लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर कीजिए। चलिए वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं। Let's start rational number. We'll discuss one by one the rational number. First one, we'll discuss introduction. After that, we'll discuss number line, then the operations, then properties, then rational number between two rational number. Start the rational number. For the introductory part, we will see how we define the rational number. So for that we are using the equations. The equations we will understand what is the rational number. For example, let's suppose equation is given x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 3. So what is this 3? 3 is nothing but it is a natural number. This is the natural number. Natural number means a number which is 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So that is the natural number. Similarly, let's suppose x plus 5 is equal to 5. So your x is equal to 0. 0 is nothing but it is the whole number. This is whole number. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is nothing but this is the whole number. Now let us suppose I have the equation x plus 4 is equal to 3. So x is equal to minus 1. This minus 1 is nothing but this is minus 1 is nothing but it is the integers. It is integers. Integers means what? That is means minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. So that is your integers. Now let's suppose one equation is like that 7x plus 5 is equal to 0. So this is x is equal to minus 5 by 7. This minus 5 by 7 is nothing but this is the rational number. This is the rational number. Rational number. So we can write the rational number in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. So examples of rational number is like your 2 by 3, minus 5 by 4, 3 by 4, like this. Let us start with the number line. For number line, we will start it from natural number. Let's suppose for natural number, we will see the first natural number. We will see the first. So the natural number, the number line will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It will start from 1. Suppose we have the whole number. Whole number. So in the whole number case, it will start it from where? It will start it from 0. It will start from 0. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now for the case of integers, suppose we have the integers. Then to represent integers on the number line, we have the few portion on the right hand side of the 0 and few portion on the left hand side of the 0. The portion which is in the right hand side, the positive, and the portion which is left hand side of the 0 is negative. So this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4 like this, and here it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this is the way how we represent natural number, whole number and integers on a number line. But we are interested in the case of a rational number. So how we represent the rational number? A rational number on a number line. So for representing rational number on a number line, our first step is we just draw the number line of the integers. Now, because a rational number is in between two integers, so what I will do, I will make some larger gap. For example, let's suppose for the integers, I'm making the larger gaps. Here is the 0, this is 1, this is 2, similarly -1, -2, I'm making the larger gap. Let's suppose I want to represent 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is a rational number. So here it is 0, here it is 1. So this one is your 1 by 2. Similarly, let's suppose I want the value -3 by 2. So how I represent -3 by 2? Let's suppose this is the point. So this is the -3 by 2. Hence, we can say that for the case of rational number on the number line, our first step is to represent the rational number. First of all, we represent the integers. After the representing integers, then we find where that lies. I have given the one example, 1 by 2 and -3 by 2. Now, we will see some examples how we represent rational number on the number line. Now we start a few examples. Let's suppose we want to represent this 5 by 4 on the number line. So how we represent this 5 by 4 on the number line? First of all, we represent integers on a number line. So integers on a number line I can represent in this way: 0, this is 1, 2, this is 3. In the right hand side, so it is the positive. Then we have the -1. This is -2. This will be your -3. Now I want to represent this 5 by 4 rational number on this number line. Since 4 is here in the denominator, means I will divide each interval, means from 0 to 1 and 1 to 2 or 2 to 3, into 4 parts. 4 is here, so it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Similarly, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here also 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I want to represent 5 by 4. So how I represent it? This point is your, this is your nothing but this point is, this is a 0 by 4. This one is your 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 5 by 4, 3 by 4, then this will be your 4 by 4. This is 4 by 4. Next one is 5 by 4, 6 by 4, 7 by 4, 8 by 4. Only we have to keep in the mind whatever in the denominator, that I have to divide the intervals. So where is the 5 by 4? 5 by 4 is this place. So this is the representation of your 5 by 4. Let us, I am taking another example. Let's suppose, I am taking another one. Let's suppose we have minus 3 by 4. I want to represent minus 3 by 4. How I represent this one? So again, I will draw the number line of the integers. Integers I have to draw. So how I draw it on the integers? Let's suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this one is 3, and so on. Likewise here also, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. Now I want to represent minus 3 by 4. So this is the negative one. So it is we will represent this in the left hand side. 4 is here. So again we will divide every interval into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So how I represent it? This is nothing but this is 0 by 4. This is 1 by 4. This is 2 by 4. 3 by 4. This is 4 by 4. This is again minus 5 by 4. Minus 6 by 4, and so on. Like this. This is your 4 equal parts. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4. Then again we have next 1, 5 by 4, 6 by 4, and then at this point this is 7 by 4, and this point is your minus 8 by 4. So all are negative because this is in the left hand side. So where I will represent minus 3 by 4? Obviously the minus 3 by 4 will be at this place. This is minus 3 by 4. So this is the representation of minus 3 by 4. So in brief I can say, suppose you want to represent any rational numbers on the number line, then first of all what you will do? First of all you will draw the integers number line, and then you see whatever in the denominator, that you have to divide part by part. Suppose 4 is here, the 4 part, and then counting to the right hand side when it is positive and the left hand side when it is negative, and then you represent the rational number in this way. Now we apply start with the operation. In the operation we see the addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division. Let's suppose I am taking the addition one. Addition. Let's suppose we have 2 rational number and we want to add it. For example, 3 by 5, and we want to add with minus 6 by 3. Yes, minus 6 by 3. So how we solve this one? We will take what? We will take the LCM. That is nothing but 15. So it is how much? This is your 3 into 3, that is your 9. And this is 5, that is minus 6 5s are 30. So this is nothing but this is equal to minus 21 by 15. So suppose I want to add, okay. So this is the case when we want to add the rational number. Now see, in the addition there is one special case. What is that? That is, suppose I have minus 3 by 5 and we add plus 0, suppose I am adding, I will get the minus 3 by 5. So when I am adding 0, I am getting the same rational number. That is what? That is, your 0 is the additive identity. It is the additive identity. Let's suppose I have any number, suppose minus 7 by 9, and I add it to plus 7 by 9 and I am getting 0. So this 7 by 9 is called additive inverse. This is additive inverse. Means what? You have minus a by b, then your plus a by b is the additive inverse, and if I have simply a by b, then additive inverse is nothing but minus a by b. After addition, you have the multiplication. Let's suppose I want to multiply 3 by 5 into minus 7 by 4. So, what is the multiplication? It will be nothing but minus 21 by 20. But let's suppose any number like 6 by 7. If I multiply it by 1 or 1 into 6 by 7, we are getting what? We are getting 6 by 7, same number. So, what is 1? 1 is the multiplicative identity. Now, let's suppose I have a number 5 by 6. 5 by 6. If we multiply this by 6 by 5, we are getting 1. So, this 6 by 5 is called reciprocal. So, I can say that if a by b into c by d is equal to 1, then c by d is nothing but c by d is the reciprocal. Now we start with the subtraction and division. So first of all, I will take the subtraction. Suppose two rational numbers are given, 2 by 3 and minus 4 by 9. I want to subtract this one. So simply how I subtract this one? Very simple. 2 by 3 minus 4 by 9. So it is equal to how much? 2 by 3 plus 4 by 9. This is nothing but you have to do 9. So this is your 6. 6 plus 4, that is your 10 by 9. So this is simply the process, simple process for the subtraction. These two are the rest number. Similarly, for the case of the division, how we solve the division case. Let's suppose I have two number, 2 by 7, and I want to divide it by 9 by 5. Let's suppose I want to the division process for this rational number. So it is nothing but 2 by 7 into 5 by 9, that is 10 by 63. Let's suppose three numbers are given, like 3 by 4 divided by 5 by 2 divided by 7 by 9. Suppose I want to do this equation. How I will do it? For that, simply I solve, first of all I solve these two. After that I will solve this one. So it will in this way. 3 by 4 divided by 5 by 2 into 9 by 7, and whatever I am getting here, that I will apply the next step, changing this to multiplication. So in this way we can do the different operation in the rational number. Now we will see the properties. In the properties we will discuss one by one, that is closure, commutative, associative and distributive. We will discuss one by one. For example, I am starting this with the addition. Addition I am starting. Addition. See, in the addition case, what do you mean the closure property for this? Means we have two rational numbers. Now, if I add it and I get a rational number, that means what? Addition for the rational number obeys closure properties. Let's suppose I am taking 7 by 5 and I want to add the here minus 9 by 7. Let's suppose I want to add this one. So if I add this one, how much I will get it? This is your 35 LCM. 49 minus 45. That is equal to how much? This is equal to 4 by 35. See, this is the rational number. This one is the rational number. The value which you are getting also a rational number. That means closure properties for addition of the rational number obeys. Now we will discuss the same thing in the case of, let's suppose I am taking the case of the multiplication. Multiplication. In this case, suppose I am taking 3 by 5 and I want to multiply it by 7 by 11. Minus 7 by 11. So how much I am getting? I am getting here minus 21 divided by 55. So see here, this is the rational number. This is also a number. what we are getting, that is also a rational number. That means for multiplication, closure property is true. Now I will take the case, next case is I am taking for the subtraction. Let's suppose I am taking the case of the subtraction. I am taking for the case of subtraction. Let's suppose I have one 3 by 5 and want to, let's suppose, minus subtracting 7 by 11. So how I will subtract this one? This is equal to your 55. This is 33 minus 35. So this is equal to how much? This is equal to minus 2 by 55. So see here, this is the rational number, this is the rational number. And on subtraction also we are getting what? We are getting a rational number. That is, closure property is true for subtraction. Now the last one is your division. We will discuss for division. Let's suppose I am taking case 3 by 5. I want to divide this one by 7 by 11. So how much I am getting? I will get 3 by 7 into 3 by 5 into 11 by 7. That is 33 by 35. Now this is rational number, this is also rational number, but this one is also rational number. But one special case is there. In that, division is not followed. For example, let's suppose I am writing as 3 by 5 divided by 0. So this is not defined. This one is not defined. So I can say that a divided by 0, any number, is what? It is not defined. Hence, for the case of division, closure property is not true. Now the next property is the commutative property. For the commutative property, again we will discuss in the 4 cases, 4 operations. For the addition, multiplication, subtraction and division. So let us, I am taking the case of the addition. I am taking addition. Addition I am taking. For the addition case, let's suppose I have the value 3 by 5 and I want to add 4 by 9. So we see that 3 by 5 plus 4 by 9, this is equal to 4 by 9 plus 3 by 5. So the value of 3 by 5 plus 4 by 9 is equal to 4 by 9 plus 3 by 9, and the value will be equal to how much? This is your value is 45 and then 47. 47, this is 47 by 45. So commutative property is true for the case of addition. Similarly, if I take the case of the multiplication, I am taking. Suppose 3 by 5 is there and I want to multiply it by 11 by 13. Its value will be also equal to 11 by 13 into 3 by 5. So that is equal to how much? It is equal to your 33 divided by 65. So we can say that in the multiplication case, your A cross B is equal to B cross A, and hence the commutative property in the case of the multiplication is true. Now I am taking the next one is for the case of the subtraction. Subtraction I am taking. So for the subtraction, let's suppose 3 by 7 is there and I want to subtract minus, I am subtracting minus 11 by 7. Let's suppose 11 by 30. I want to subtract this one. So this is not equal to minus 11 by 13 minus 3 by 7. Hence, commutative property for subtraction is not true. Then the last is the case of the division. Let's suppose 4 by 9 is there and I want to divide it by 11 by 7. So 4 by 9 divided by 11 by 7, this is not equal to 11 by 7 divided by 4 by 9. Hence I can say that for the division case, commutative property is not true. The next property is associative. So before going to associative, I want to explain one thing. In the commutative, only two rational numbers are there. But in the case of associative, there are three numbers. So one by one I will discuss. First of all, I am taking the case of the addition. Addition I am taking. I am taking the case of addition. In the case of the addition, let's suppose I am taking the three number. Let's suppose I have numbers 3 by, this is minus 3 by 5, then plus 4 by 7, and then plus 2 by 3. So for checking this associative property, I will take first of all this, and then we want to see whether this is equal to minus 3 by 5 plus 4 by 7 and then plus 2 by 3. If I solve this one, we get the equal values. So since we are getting the equal values, that indicate what? That indicate the addition for the addition is true for associative. So I can say in the general way, A plus B plus C, this is equal to A plus B plus C. It's a case of the addition. Now the next one is your multiplication. In the multiplication, let's suppose I want to see whether in the multiplication associative property is true or not. So again three numbers will be there. Let's suppose minus 7 by 3 into 2 by 5 into 11 by 30. So we'll see that when minus 7 by 3 we multiplied by 2 by 5 into 11 by 3. This I am getting the same value, that is minus 7 by 3 into 2 by 5 into 11 by 13. Means if I take these two, then we multiply it by, we are getting what? We are getting the same value, that is A into B into C is equal to A into B into C, means A into, this is B into C, and this is your A into B into C. So the associative property is true for multiplication. Now coming the third one, I will take the third one, that is the subtraction. So in the subtraction, this is not true. Let's suppose I have the number minus 2 by 7 minus 3 by 5 plus minus 4 by 9. Let's suppose the number is like this. So if I will subtract this one, then we see that this is not equal to, minus 2 by 7 minus 3 by 5 altogether. This is altogether, and here it is minus, here it is minus 4 by 9. So in this case, associative property is not true for the subtraction. Now the last one is division case. Division. Let's suppose for the division case, I have 2 by 3 divided by 3 by 5 divided by 4 by 7. So in the division case, if I take the bracket, so this is, it is not equal to 2 by 3 divided by 3 by 5 divided by 4 by 7. Hence, associative property is not true for division. Now the next one is the next and last is the distributive property. In the distributive property, there are the two cases. One is multiplication over addition, and another is a multiplication over subtraction. So I can write in this way: A cross B plus C, and here it will be A cross B minus C. So this will be equal to how much? This is equal to A cross B plus A cross C. And here it is equal to how much? A cross B minus A cross C. I am taking a simple example. Let's suppose I have 2 by 3 and I want to find, let's suppose B is 4 by 7 and plus this is suppose 3 by 5. So if I solve it, I will get the value here in this way: 2 by 3 into 4 by 7 plus 2 by 3 into 3 by 5. Similarly, suppose in this case, this is 2 by 3 into 7 by 11 minus 5 by 3. So, this is equal to 2 by 3 into 7 by 11 minus 2 by 3 into 5 by 3. So, in this case, you will find that the values of this left hand side and right hand side are equal. Here also left hand side and right hand side are equal. So, distributive property is here, it is true for addition, multiplication over addition, and here for the multiplication over subtraction. Now, how to find rational number between two rational numbers? For that, there is two methods. One is mean method, another is the same denominator method. So, first of all, I will discuss mean method. Mean method. The meaning of the mean method. Mean method means if you have two rational numbers and you want to find rational number in between those two, then what you have to do? You have to find the mean of that one. Means what? Simply the formula is if A and B are the two rational numbers, then the rational number which is between to that A and B is nothing but it is your A plus B by 2. I'm taking one example, simple example. Let's suppose I have two numbers, suppose 3 and 2. I want the rational number in between these two. So this is nothing but it will be simply adding. So this is your how much? 3 plus 2 by 2, that is equal to your 5 by 2. Hence, I can arrange the number in this way: 3, then 5 by 2, and then 2. What will be the next one? So, for the next one, it is equal to how much? 3 plus 5 by 2 divided by 2. So, how much this will be equal? This is equal to 11 by 4. 11 by 4. So, I can arrange this one as a how much? It will be 3 and 3 after that. Here it is your 11 by 4, then 5 by 2 and 2. Then let's suppose I want the next one. So how that one? So that is in the similar case, it will be equal to how much? 3 plus 11 by 4 divided by 2. How much it will be equal to? This is equal to how much? This is equal to 23 by 8 and so on. So this method we call it mean method. So this one is what you can say very lengthy method. There is another method is there that is called the same denominator method. In the same denominator method, what we are doing, we are just making the denominator equal. Let's suppose I have two numbers. Let's suppose minus 5 by 6 and 5 by 8. I have two numbers, minus 5 by 6 and 5 by 8. So and then I want to find the rational number between these two. So for that I will do one thing, I will make the denominator same. So for making denominator same, I will take what? I will take the LCM 6 and 8. I will take the LCM of the 6 and 8. So how much it will be? This is equal to how much? This is equal to 24. So for making the same denominator, this is your minus 5 by 6 into how much? This is equal to, I may have to make this 24. So this multiply by 4. Here multiply by 4. So this is minus 20 divided by 24. Similarly, for 5 by 8, this is multiply by 3. Here it will multiply by 3. You will get the 15 divided by 24. So now the rational number is changed into minus 20 by 24 and here 15 by 24. Now it's very easy to find the rational number in between these two. So that is nothing but this is from minus 19, minus 18, minus 17, minus 16 and so on. It will be how much? 13, 14 like this. Now this again, these are the numbers. Just you divide it by 24 because 24 is in every denominator. So this you can say that these are the numbers between minus 5 by 6 and 5 by 8. Thanks for watching video. If you have any doubt, write in the comment box. If you like the content of the video, please like, subscribe and share with your friends.